Congratulations! You have found Wrestle Shoot, hosted by the Wild Thing Rob Wilds and the ladies' man Chris Casanova. Combined, we have 40 years of wrestling experience, and we're here to share those experiences, stories, and knowledge with you over the podcast airwaves. We'll be joined by friends of ours from time to time to share their stories and experiences with you as well. So climb aboard the crazy train we call Wrestle Shoot. We know how to do it, and we do it real well.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, you're on the wrong side of the line, buddy. Get back where you belong. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Wrestle Shoot. I'm your host, the Wild Thing, Rob Wilds. Joined, of course, as always, by the lovely and talented, the Vanna White to my Pat Sajak.
What?
Ooh,
Wait,
what?
Did you just call me Vanna White?
Yeah. You're the Vanna to my Pat.
No, dude, I'm not. Don't fucking ever call me Vanna White again, or I'll turn your fucking letters.
Jesus Christ. All right, Chris Casanova. How you doing, sweetie? Piece of shit.
Well, better now.
No, I'm glad you're better now because you're here with me. Now, listen, real quick before we get fired off on this. First of all, Chris, in response to the Vanna White offense I just gave.
Yeah. This is for anybody who needs to tell somebody to fuck off. Well, hi, go fuck yourself.
You can stick those up your fucking ass.
Ooh, goddamn, Chris. All right, so listen, guys, I got to take a quick second here, and I got to give a shout out to one of our awesome homies over at the Antisocial Network, the one who does the Bloody Dreadful Shite podcast. And
yeah,
let's talk about him for a second.
If I go to therapy, they're going to stop me from being a whore, and I don't want to stop being a whore, so why would I go to therapy? All they're going to do is tell me to stop being a massive dirty whore. Massive dirty whore. Massive dirty whore. Massive dirty whore.
Oh, damn.
Make sure to check out Chris's show over there, man. We have a great time. Oh, the Bloody Dreadful Shite movie podcast. He actually makes our intros for us over here on the network, so I wanted to kind of give him a little bit of love back. And his show just cracks me up. Like, he'll do things like he'll pick a horrible movie and he'll break it down in like 4 minutes. And do these little animations and sounds. And
he's ripping it apart.
It's just fantastic. Yeah, it's just fantastic. I love it.
Nice.
So anyway, with that being said, the theme of today's show, I feel like we just really need to address the modern, the current wrestling fans out there by asking them exactly what's wrong with you.
Ooh.
Like, where exactly did everything go so awry? And the reason I bring this up, Chris, is I saw a post online today that almost made me fall out of my chair, where somebody said, Roman Reigns is a way better entertainer than Hulk Hogan. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
That's real? That's a real fucking...
That was coming from like a 19-year-old. So that tells you what's happening. I saw a post the other day. Somebody's saying, oh, the honky tonk man would never be able to hang nowadays. He can't even wrestle. What?
So these people, these are actual fans are saying that?
Yeah. They're like acting as if it's some kind of a war between, the ones who really helped make this business as amazing as it was for 20 years. Compared to the new guys who get injured and burn out in 2 or 3 years because they don't know how to work.
They should be so fucking lucky that these fans have wrestling today to watch. It's because of like guys like Hulk Hogan and Honky Tonk Man who made this business what it is today.
You're goddamn right. I mean, the concession stand incident. How many modern day wrestlers, these superb, superior workers, have tried to mimic the goddamn concession stand incident the Honky Tonk Man did?
Oh, yeah.
The fans need to show the doll. The bad man touched.
Oh.
Where did the Hulkster touch you?
Yeah, did the Hulkster touch you somewhere?
You dirty cunts. But listen, I don't want to really fire off too hard on this one just yet because we're gonna do your favorite bit that you kind of created, the epic fails, wrestling fails. Blah, blah, blah. Let's try that again. Hang on. We're gonna do the bit that you came up with that we call epic wrestling fails. Way better.
All right. So today we're going to blast from the past.
Okay.
Also a good worker. Okay, to those 19-year-old fans out there. We are going.
Chris?
What's that?
Who we got?
None other than the Repo Man.
Oh yeah.
Failed gimmick.
Oh man.
Great worker as Demolition Smash, and I'm trying to figure out where they were trying to go with this gimmick. Like, I know it was in a time when they had a lot of terrible gimmicks in a row, like the Goblin Gooker and
Bastard Booger.
Yeah, Basham Burger. Who was writing at the time? Like, I don't understand. I never understood this gimmick. Like, I just didn't get it.
And the thing is, like, before Barry was Demolition X, he was a great Smash. He was a great worker, but he wasn't anything that anybody cared all that much about because he couldn't find that fit that went along with his personality and style. And then Demolition was born. And then let me show you, we had this fucking guy. Look at that beast. I mean, just his presence is overwhelming. You think, oh shit, these guys mean business. But look at crazy ass Smash. Oh,
yeah, dude. Like, why did you call him Demolition Smash? Do you like when he's by himself? Like, just keep him his gimmick. Like,
but instead they chose to go from this to this.
Like, it didn't last very long. Did he have any memorable feuds? I think he feuded with, like, was it Macho Man for a minute?
Yeah, for a second, and goddamn it, somebody else.
I think who else what that was.
See, that's what's terrible is we can't even remember. Now, I want to show everybody this picture just because Repo Man was horrible, but it's a neat picture. So WWE put a little bit of something into that.
Yeah, that was a cool picture. Yeah.
Hey, you're taking bells. I mean, they went so far downhill with Smash. Even his action figure was rad. I mean, they had this fucking guy, right?
That's
everybody
cool.
That everybody had that. And then they turned him into this.
Wait, I'm surprised they even made an action figure of this, dude, how terrible the gimmick was.
I remember looking at that when it was in the stores and just thinking like, oh my God, dude, they made these after the same horrible first versions of the rockers. So they just put Repo Man's head on it, painted some tires on.
It looks like it was stitched on too. It was like all just kind of like, or what do you call that when you like ironed it on or something?
Yeah, patch.
Patch. There you go.
Well, that's just a couple of little streaks of paint. I mean, if we're going to be real about it, let's see here. They actually took pieces of tire tread and stuck it on his jacket for the gimmick. But this little action figure, that doesn't show that at all. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible. And it just wasn't a good gimmick. I didn't get it. I understand it. And at that time, they were putting a lot of bad gimmicks out there. There's a lot that were terrible.
True story. A lot of them. Mickey, you always got to come out here running that fucking yap, all terribly spoken. I say we give him a pass today. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna give you a pass today.
How you doing, Mickey? We love you, brother. Nice to see you joining us today.
You're the man.
Little motherfucker. Oh, I mean, you're a cool dude.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, just I wish I can rip on this gimmick more, but I mean, it just was so bad. There's not much to really tell. It just was.
Well, then he went over to WCW after this, and they made it that was a blacktop bully, the trucker gimmick.
Is that what it was?
Man, and just like Jesus Christ, man, they are taking. Like, I think they probably came up with Repo Man because it was an idea that somebody had that they didn't have a person for yet. When Axe couldn't do it no more, they realized Demolition was dead without the two originals really doing it.
Yeah.
They probably still had him under contract. We're trying to slap a new face on him.
Yeah. I actually do remember him and Crush working a match in SummerSlam, and Crush was doing the Kona Crush, and he was the Repo Man, and I think Crush went over. I think I do remember that. That was the one in London, I think.
And he should have swerved Crush like all day long, because what's one thing we know about Barry is he's a bad motherfucker.
Oh, he could stretch you if he wanted to.
Yeah. I am okay, Chris and Rob. Yeah, you say you're okay. Quit fucking with us, Mickey. I'm telling you, quit fucking with us.
Just chill out, man.
Gave you a pass, and you're going to keep pushing it. So, what I would like to, I mean, are we feeling like we kind of said all we could say about this?
I think so. I have nothing left.
It's just really sad what they did to a really remarkable talent that they had there. So, that's going to conclude this week's Epic Wrestling Fails.
Yeah.
All right.
More to come.
And fuck you guys, man. I'm just giving you that for Barry. Fuck you guys. There. I feel better.
Okay. As long as you feel better, man.
Now, one thing that we would be remiss if we didn't mention, well, two things. The first thing, guys, sorry, but today is going to be a short episode. I put in a long, miserable day at work. And I'm so tired I could barely hold my hat up.
Oh, okay.
That's tired, right? I can barely hold my hat up.
Damn.
Now, and sorry, but you know what? It's a free podcast, so you'll be okay. Now, we would be remiss if we didn't bring up our new favorite dumb sumbitch, Mr. Ron Shaw. Look at him. Jesus Christ.
Look at those saggy fucking tits, man. Jesus.
You know, Chris, for this guy bragging about how wealthy he is and how well off he is, why is he working out in an apartment complex gym?
Yeah, dude, I can see right there. There's like some trees and shit. And there's like apartment building right there. If you can see.
Yeah, right out that window, you can see the roof of the neighboring building.
Yeah.
But he's, Mr. Wealthy, sitting in his apartment that doesn't have any furniture, working out in the gym at his little apartment. You know, Ron.
I gotta post this, dude.
He does, dude. You're right. He's got bitch. We call him bitch tits in wrestling.
Yeah,
he's got bitch tits.
I hate to say this, he's like Ric Flair in his last few years in business.
He's like Ric Flair today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And for this guy, he sits in this apartment and he tries to run his stupid, uneducated mouth about how he went mini putt golfing with his buddies who won $35 or something, and he was bragging about it. He talks about what a great legend and a great success he is, yet he sits in an apartment with no furniture.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, people. I'm not trying to bash apartment living. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you're Mr. Private Country Club and winning all this money that you're constantly bragging about, why can't you afford a sofa? And why can't you go to a real gym instead of that little apartment complex, John?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, not at all. Do you have an answer for that? Like, talking all this shit, dude, it's like, give me a break, dude. I got a $600 watch. Or was it 6,000? What did he say? 6,000 or $600?
I know it wasn't more than 60. That's what I know. You know what we're going to do? I think we're going to go ahead and take that little interview that he did, and we're going to break it up into sections so we can thoroughly attack Mr. fucking idiot himself, Mr. Ron Shaw, on a regular basis, because this isn't over, dude. All that gimmick we was doing with Roma, we knew that was for fun, man. I was never like thinking, oh, well, Paul Roma might come after me, dude. Ron, I want you to come after me. Send me over a message, bro. I'll send you my address. Come on over.
The thing was, man, what got me was in this little segment, this show he did, he was, we call the sanitation workers from Jersey, whatever, Long Island, whatever. And and then I guess this guy that was interviewing him, poor dude, like, he seemed like a nice guy, but he he's trying to interview him, and then like he cut him off and was like insulting him. It's like, are you fucking serious? And then he went a gimmick on these people that were saying stuff about him online or something. I don't know. It's like,
oh God, that we're gonna pick that one apart specifically. We're gonna make a little section because you guys are gonna piss your panties.
It's hilarious.
When you hear him taking people giving out real insults and him trying to do a little work shoot back on him, that was just horrible. It's like he tried to take lines directly from Bobby Heenan and he fucked them all up.
Oh gosh, that's insulting to Bobby Heenan.
Oh, absolutely. And Ron, we're not complete dicks. We are going to generate a little gift for you as soon as we find out where to mail it. And that's going to be a plaque in your honor to hang on that wall with no furniture in the room, with all those little plaques on there. That's just going to recognize you as the official 2023 Wrestle Shoot Crybaby of the Year. God damn, those are big titties. Like, he maybe should go start dancing. Chris, hook him up, man. Give him a job with you.
Yeah, man. I think those classify as maybe a high C cup, maybe.
I mean, and I know that the guys who come see you dance don't necessarily like boobs, but I'm sure some of them do. So let's not forget, it's coming back soon. We're going back to the all male, all nude Chris Casanova World Tour. No covers, no condoms.
Dates to be announced shortly. To be determined.
I love you, Chris.
Yeah.
I love you, Vanna.
I love you too.
I called you Vanna, dummy.
I know. Love you too, big guy. Oh, you too.
Yeah. Can I tell you something?
Sure. No.
So let's get back into this, because this really did get me ed up, man, hearing these stupid ass kids try to compare the old schoolers to the new schoolers. There is no comparison.
I got a comment here. It's like a Mickey's on a roll here.
Oh shit! All right, no CY jelly. Huh? Who shaves with CY jelly? And don't you mean KY?
Yeah, as I say, I think that's a typo.
I'm trying not to pick on Mickey. I like Mickey, but one day I'm gonna kick him right in his fucking gut. Bam! Wild Driver City. It's over. And then we'll stand him up. I'll whip him into you just so you could duck and give him that jab.
Yep, there you go.
Just for fun. And he'll probably spend the rest of his life being like, yo, did you guys see that? I just had a wrestling match. So let's go back in time. And let's say the 60s through the late 70s.
Wow.
Back in the day where wrestling fans were much easier to please. Back in the day where we could grab a 5-minute armbar and just wrench it. The opponent reverses out of it. They do a couple boom, 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 and then right back into that armbar. An armbar. They could work an armbar for half of the match and get over like balls, Marie. But eventually that started to dwindle away.
Yeah.
What happens next, Chris?
All right. I'm opening this door real quick. Give me 1 second. I know some. All right. I got the stupid cat that had the lid in. Okay.
No, all right.
He's banging the door. Okay.
Now, right around the time when that was starting to die out, people like Hogan and Flair started popping on the scene. Billy Graham was finally getting his chance to really shine.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura was coming out and really shining. And now let's be very, very honest about that. Jesse Ventura was not a good wrestler.
No,
I mean, he did that flying drop kick for the first time, but he was not a good wrestler. He was a great entertainer.
Yeah, it's a story. People told stories back in the 60s and 70s, up into the 80s, like Hogan and like you mentioned,
Even
Graham. They told a story to entertain people. That's what it was about. They captivated people. They brought them into the story where the people actually thought it was real, and they're like, "Wow!" They're getting behind it. It's like a movie. Okay, you're watching a movie. Movie starts. You're like, okay, introduction. Then you got the middle part, and then you got your whole ending. You're like, holy shit! And you're just involved with the movie. You're like, I want to see what happens at the end. That was a wrestling match, and
And those guys understood that by telling a story,
Yeah.
there's a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Perfect.
They don't do that anymore.
They don't. I don't know what the middle or beginning, end. I don't know which way it starts. It seems like it's all reversed. It's kind of like just, I don't know. It's just a bunch of moves.
Well, I think the guys nowadays, their version of beginning and end is the beginning and the end is the bell. And then everything else in the middle, they just slop together is what they're calling their match. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting that they're hitting the ring and immediately starting to do 360s and fucking sentons. And they're swinging weapons around like right at the beginning of the match. And they think that's how it's done. Now people say, well, Rob and Chris, what the fuck do you guys know? Those guys are on TV and you're not. They're on TV because the pool had become so fucking shallow. They needed somewhere to pull this talent from.
Yeah. And I give it a shot. I'll be honest, man. I'll catch it on TV here and there, and I'll watch it. And I'm not gonna say it's all terrible, but I really have to really focus and like really watch these matches and be like, okay, there's some good stuff here, there's some good stuff there, but for the most part, it's just a bunch of moves, and that's basically what it is.
No psychology, no buildup, no reason or rhyme. And you little motherfuckers have the audacity to say that Roman Reigns, who is a super nice dude, and he's not a terrible wrestler, but to say he is better than Hulk Hogan. What? Are you completely retarded? Have you lost all sense? Hulk Hogan built WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Tell me that I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. Like, these supposedly workers are better than Hulk, or they're in Mania because of Hulk. Plain simple.
There is a Mania because of Hulk and Vince and Piper and Snuka and Orton and Honky and Demolition and Legion of Doom, and the list just keeps on going, man. Jannetty and Shawn. Jannetty and Shawn were one of the biggest draws of the WrestleManias. People wanted to see the Rockers. And you get these tag teams nowadays that the heels are trying to work a hot tag. What the fuck? Heels don't hot tag. Nobody's going to pop when the heel jumps in. And then what? The babies are going to run in so the heels can clean house? What the fuck?
There's like multiple hot tags. It's like,
oh yeah.
There's not one. There's like 3 or 4 of them. I'm like,
right.
Oh,
they got to make sure everybody in there gets to do a hot tag at least once. Yeah.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
It's and I get we have to change with times. I'm not knocking that, but it's like, stick to the basics and do what you're supposed to do. And that's gone. That's gone. The psychology, the storytelling, it's all gone. It's not there anymore.
Right. Tell me why you're going to go work my arm, and then you're going to work my neck, my back, but then you're going to go down and start working my knee and my ankle and my big toe. What are you going to give me a fucking Indian burn next? You're supposed to pick an area and stick to that, and it's got to coincide with what your finisher is, so the finisher makes sense.
Yeah, plain and simple.
Chris, you remember when I was using the sharpshooter as my finisher for a little while.
Yeah.
You didn't see me working on their shoulders and their neck. I was going waist down. I was working the hell out of it.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Then I switched to wild driver. I started leaving the legs alone. I didn't care about the legs anymore.
Yeah.
You multifaceted, glorious bastard, you had that area that you could work from the head down to the waist because you hit him with that Japanese suplex that folds him in half. So you had a big work range.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I hated that jab. Oh, but it looked so good every time, and it got such a pop. But every time it was coming, every time I felt you stick your head down by my waist, like, oh, here we go. Oh.
Yep.
I remember I almost knocked myself out that time when my knee bounced off my face.
Oh yeah, I remember that. We watched that on the video. I remember that.
Yeah, you drilled me especially hard that day for some reason.
I don't know. It's fun.
Because you're a dick.
It was fun for me.
I mean, I guess that's what matters because it got the pop we wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what that is? That's psychology.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure Mickey knows all about the KY jelly.
Yes,
Who
he does.
said that? Hey, goddamn it! Look, this is Wrestle Shoot, hosted by Rob and Chris. Nobody else better become on here shit talking our boy Mickey or else. I don't know who said that, but we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
We're supposed to be nice to him, right? Or someone's supposed to be nice. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's us. We're being nice.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't called him a little motherfucker in like 5 minutes.
Wow. That's a record.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work for me.
A lot of fucking work.
So, like we take the wrestling style. Now, you got to admit that the wrestling style itself had to change. So we're on the same page of if something doesn't evolve, then it dies. So we get like the style from the 70s to 80s had drastic differences, but way more similarities than differences as far as psychology, ring awareness, building your match, working like. And the guys in the 90s started coming along, doing that attitude era, and their styles changed, but it all stayed to the fucking basics. What they're doing now is a mess.
Well, yeah, you look at the attitude era. I mean, you got, and honestly, there's a lot of great workers from there. The Rock, the Stone Cold, H, they all told the story. Like it was a real story. You're like, okay. And it was, you believe, not say you believed it, but it was like it captivated you, brought you in. You're like, damn, this is like some good shit, dude. Like
you hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. You were captivated by watching every time Rock and Austin stepped in together. It snatched your attention, and they didn't let go till they wanted to.
Yeah, and they told the story. That's just what it was. This shit.
In the days, a lot of the good workers were turning up over at WCW too. I mean, you had guys like Lex Luger running around trying to suck up all the oxygen in the room, but there were guys underneath him that ended up way surpassing him, like Steve Austin.
Yeah, very much so.
Steve Austin was a great wrestler when he was with Pillman. I think Steve Austin's a great wrestler. He's the first guy to say he only knows 2 holds. But it don't matter because he does the 2 holds in the right order.
He does it well.
Yeah, he does them well. I'd rather see a guy who knows 5 moves well than 15 moves just garbage and sloppy.
Yeah, and the ones that do it well, they're not going to hurt you.
Right. I mean, they're not going to injure you.
They'll
probably hurt you a little bit. We all hurt each other a little bit. That's just what we do.
Yeah,
it's like it's stuck in my mind since I was a kid. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I'm not coming out here and crying because I got beat up. That's what I do for a living. I get beat up every day. Hello. That stuck with me forever. Yeah, we're not going to cry because we got roughed up. That's what we do.
2 by 4.
And we're all going to jump in the car together and head off to the next town. That's how it used to be. What the hell happened to the business? What happened to doing business in the bars and hanging out with the boys after the show and everybody being homies and getting along, out front? Or in the back. Out front, you wanted to keep your kayfabe, but in the back, you were all buddies and got along. And what the fuck happened to these? They get on private planes and they stay in their hotel rooms and they have healthy dinners and they play goddamn Xbox all night. What?
Watching TikTok.
Look at Rick Rude, man. That dude drank like a machine, and he kept his body in good shape.
Yeah, he did.
And they're like, oh, we don't want to drink, so we don't want to fuck up our physique. So go to the gym, you dick. Oh, man. I think we're getting a little bit off point here because we're now just slaughtering the new generation, and we really don't have a place to do that. What I do want to say, and this is going to be a reoccurring segment, this What's Wrong With You segment, because every fucking week I see new bullshit that some little mark, and I hate using mark in a derogatory term because in my opinion, that's a horrible name to call somebody who is paying money to come see you. But when you get these little jagoffs online who think they know what the fuck it's really like, they're a bunch of marks. They can suck every inch of my dick.
Like every single inch?
All three of them.
Okay. Wow.
God damn it. That would have been so much better if I didn't laugh.
Yeah, you should have just kept a straight face.
Yeah, I tried. I did. But when you feel the laugh coming from right here, it's like, oh shit, here it comes.
Can't control it. It just creeps on up.
Holy shit. I am exhausted, Cass, man. I know we've only been on for 30 minutes, but I think we need to take it home, bro.
It's it's like that. It's like that match, man. We're trying to throw a billion moves, and we're like, okay, maybe we're losing the story a little bit.
Oh, I just need some sleep. Because I get to go to work again tomorrow on my day off because a bunch of people have COVID.
Oh. Thanks, Mickey.
I shared the fucking show. Add a fucking boy, Mickey. You're the man.
The man.
Oh, that guy's great to have around, man. I wish. Now, listen, guys, I'm talking to our writers because I see you in other places where we're posting this show and you're leaving comments, but they're not coming through to us. You guys need to jump over here to the Anti-Social Network, man. Like us, follow us, get those notices.
Yes.
So we can have, so they can chat and talk to us. We want to hear from you like it used to be.
Yeah, we'd like that engagement, man. Come over here.
Because otherwise, it's just me and Chris talking to each other. And let's be honest, we hate each other.
Yeah, it's fucking dull, man, after fucking 10 minutes.
Well, it's not dull. I think we've had a pretty good show. I just hate. Yeah. Oh. I hate yawning on the air because that makes me look like a douche. Shut up.
Prince Valium.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, Spaceballs.
Prince Valium. Yeah. Look out. Oh. Nice. So, Chris, when you making your trip out here to Tampa so we can do a live episode again?
I'm thinking like May.
Huh?
May.
Are you sure?
I'm thinking May. Yes. I need to get my flights booked. Oh,
better stick to it, or I'm coming to Texas just to punch you in the mouth and running back to the airport and flying home.
Oh, wow. Round trip to get punched in the mouth. Wow, I feel honored.
Yeah, you should. Yes, you bitch. You need to come over here, spelled like hearing. Good job, Mickey.
What am I hearing?
Apparently, you're hearing what Mickey is trying to say to us.
Oh, okay. Well.
All right. So that's going to wrap it up for us, I think, for tonight. I've got to get some sleep, brother. But should we just kind of go out just kind of saying, let's not forget that we do seriously dislike Ron Shaw, and we have absolutely zero. I mean, look at the look on his face. He looks like he's trying to force a log out.
Yeah.
Look at me flex. And then he crapped himself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like I'm on the toilet. Dig it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. So next week we're going to come back with some more exciting shit, and I'll actually be rested. How's that sound for a compromise?
Sounds good.
All right. All right, guys. Love you, miss you, mean it. We'll see you next week.